We were telling you earlier we were waiting for the former chairman of the Nairobi Central Business District Association, NCBDA, Timothy Muriuki, who the other day called the press conference at the Boulevard Hotel, right off Kijabe Street. Called the press conference. The press shows up, as does a whole bunch of thugs. They didn't even let Timothy address the press. They grabbed him, beat him, shoved him, threw him out of his own press conference and out of the hotel grounds, all in full view of the press.
And I want to be with the goons. I want to take the side of the goons.
Yeah, because you're a goon yourself.
I'm not a goon.
You're a goon.
Let me tell you.
Okay, Timothy Muriuki joins us live in the studio, and you have just called yourself a goon.
No, listen. Don't go there. Don't be very fast. The goons kept on telling Bwana Muriuki,
yes,
you know us and we know you. In the cameras, you know us.
And we know you.
And you know we know you. This goon kept on saying that to Timothy again and again. Meaning Timothy himself
knew these people
very well, and he himself is a goon. So
is that what you're saying?
So the goon of the goons met the mother of all goons.
Okay, Timothy Muriuki, welcome.
Is that true?
Welcome to Hot 96.
Thank you.
Paul Esana, you look like you're really suffering. Like you're in real pain.
Yeah.
Jalas, are you laughing?
No, I'm not laughing.
Are you laughing?
I'm not laughing. You know how Timothy is calm about it, and the Butu Maripego ile si mzuri bwana. You can't do that to an old man like Timothy.
Timothy, explain what happened.
Well, first of all, Jeff, let me apologize for coming late. There's been a lot of traffic. Now, that day was just an over day. Woke up to prepare for a press conference, and I was there at Boulevard at about 10:40 because the press conference was slated for 11:30.
Okay.
So I started. So I went and waited for the guys to come, and it was house full. And I went on to read a statement I had prepared. I had my statement, and I had a bunch of statements to give to the press after reading and answering their questions. So, like every other statement, you start with a preamble. And the preamble was, look, this is NCBDA revived. We want to address matters Nairobi. As you know, we have many problems. We have issues of drainage, we have issues of water, we have issues of roads. And these issues have to be addressed. Just before I went to the third paragraph, I saw a guy come in and say, although Jala says I know him, he doesn't. I don't know him. I have never met that guy. He says, I know you, you know me. You have to stop this press conference. And he took my papers and tore them, and, within no time, they had me out there at the pool.
Did he come on his own, or did he walk up to you on his own, or did you see the others?
No, I saw one guy first, this guy who kept saying that I know him,
yes.
He knows me.
Yes.
He came in alone. At first I thought it was, guys from a media house say, hey, before you continue, let's wait for others.
Right.
You don't start before we set up our camera.
Don't start before we set up our camera.
Right.
So you can imagine the guy was not looking goonish. He was just looking like any other member of the crew. But then I heard him say, you cannot, nobody will ever abuse Mike Sonko. I told him, I'm not abusing Mike Sonko. Just read through. So
has he roughed you? Has he grabbed you
yet?
He's
already, first of all, grabbed. He grabbed the papers. And then another one came in, and another one came in, and now they started getting me out.
What, like removing you from that place?
Yes, removing me.
Were they slapping you or beating you at that point?
Well, I was just, being shoved around, Yeah. Yeah.
And then were you resisting? I mean, were you saying, who are these people? Were you...
Well, I just asked them, why can't you read the statement first before you say
yes, because in the videos you keep on telling them, read the statement.
Read the statement.
Have you read it?
Maybe they can't read.
Yeah, you know, they're Jalas's friends.
But Bwana Timothy, let me ask you, what was in that statement and why did you want to read that statement?
It was very simple, Jalas. I am saying we have had weeks and weeks of people bashing the governor. There's been headlines and headlines of, Nairobi is in chaos. And personally, I don't think that's the way to go. Because that game has no end game. If you continue blaming, it can't. That will not help solve our problems in Nairobi. Nairobi has a multiplicity of problems. However, the solutions are also come in multiple numbers. Let me give you an example. Unless we have structured conversations around roads, we are not going to make our roads in Nairobi. And nobody talks about the various organizations that are responsible for roads in Nairobi. There's Kura, there's Kera, and there's Kenha. So why can't we have a conversation with these organizations together with the county? Because in my own opinion, there is not sufficient capacity in the county to handle all those roads. And therefore, there is need for now these organizations to come and discuss how they are going to offload some of these roads from the county.
So, in other words, your press conference was actually positive.
Yes, it was very positive. What I'm saying, what I was urging, and I'm still urging, is let's have structured conversations. Let business be able to talk to government, and let government be able to talk to business, so that we are all in consonance in solving the problems of Nairobi.
So these goons...
I've not read this thing. But also now what is coming out is that since the Nairobi NCBDA, it's
Central Business District.
The organization became weak and is not now being recognized by the county. You guys are trying to look for a way
to revive
it and bring back your relevance.
I think our concern is not just about relevance, because Jalas, this is not politics. This is problem solving. You don't solve problems nowadays through just politicking. You solve problems through discussions.
But is the association still there?
That is what we are reviving. And we are saying, look, let us have a modicum of engagement. If you have a modicum of engagement, it doesn't matter which organization which will reign. But there is nobody who is too...
When the association was strong, what did you guys achieve that would make you guys want to come back? What did you guys do apart from your smoking zones?
And toilets. No, there's a lot. But Jalas, remember that there has been a lull in doing things because the county government was quite different from
the city,
the council. And there are a lot of things that have been devolved, and there's a lot of responsibility that has also been devolved. There's less involvement of the central government, and therefore it was good that we give these 5 years to the first government just to see how they perform and how they engage. So, in the past, there was quite positive engagement. And besides those other achievements that you're talking about, there are so many other achievements that we made that probably are not talked loud about. For example, did you know that the CCTVs in Nairobi were the first people to advocate? Actually, that we could call it our pet project.
Oh, by the way, do those things even work?
Well, there are two. There was one system that was installed by the Nairobi Metropolitan, and there's another system that has been installed by Safaricom. The Safaricom one, after integration with the current one, they work. They work quite well. By the way, if they are utilized, you will not be able to do some of those traffic offenses that you.
Why? What would they do? Would they photo you?
They focus on the number plate. They even,
and then what? If you jump a light,
and then if you jump a light, they'll get you. If you jump a light in the center of the city,
yes,
before you get out, if there are cops standing at the roundabout,
so they send the number to the policeman, and then they.
I'm not so sure. I'm not too sure how they communicate.
Okay,
but that arresting is they have got that capability.
Back to the NCBDA.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried to approach Sonko? Since you got elected, to say, "Hey, listen, Gov, don't forget we are here. We want to play ball with you. Are you ready?
Integrate us into your
team.
Into your team."
Actually, this particular press conference was a preamble to that.
Yeah. And these goons
are not ready.
Were not ready for you to be a part of the team. Is that it? Or
well, I don't think they have an understanding of what I was about to say. That's simple. And
but what do you say to them now? Because none of them have been arrested. Number one, investigators are saying that we are closing in. What does closing in mean? And we could see them in the newspaper. You could see their faces.
I think I also saw Citizen put them up on the social media.
Correct.
My comment on that is let's leave that to the police. I've also seen the IG touched on that matter and said they must be arrested.
Yeah.
The police boss Nairobi said they must be arrested.
Have any of them called you to say, "Hey, Paul, Bana Chairman, come and help us with the investigations"?
Who?
The police.
No, I went to make a report.
You did?
Yeah.
At Central?
Yeah. Actually, I spent a lot of time at the DCI Central.
After being beaten up?
Yeah, because when finally the goons left, I was escorted by the GSU who guard the KBC. They escorted me to Central.
But wait a minute, the GSU didn't help you before you were beaten?
No, that's what I was wondering. Because at KBC there's almost like a small GSU camp in the inside.
Yeah, there's like a unit.
Out there. And chairman was being wrapped up right
on the road.
On the road.
In full view of...
Actually, if it was not for chairman being at his feet and agile, those boys would have... The way he ran into Longonot, is it Longonot place or what?
I don't even know what they would have done to me next, by the way.
Because if that gate, if that small gate was not open...
We'll be talking another story.
We'll be talking about a fractured bone.
I remember they had already slammed me on the tarmac. So,
you can imagine.
So when I woke up, now I was trying to aim now where to run. I was thinking of KBC. KBC was too far. Then I saw the other bush. I saw the other bush.
He was looking at his options. My options are
KBC is far.
Yeah.
No.
Then I remembered. Once upon a time, I worked in Norfolk Tower. I remembered that gate.
Yes.
So I knew if I ran into this apartment, I'm going to be able to walk into some office and close the door.
Yeah.
So luckily, the guy there at the gate was saying, "Where was he here? Where was he here?" And somebody else was shouting, "Mfungulie, mfungulie."
Yeah.
So I tore in, and wow, the guys were following.
And they followed you inside?
They were following. But those guys now closed the gate. The security.
Yeah.
And I think that commotion was now heard by the guys at the KBC.
The GSU guys.
Yeah, they came out to find out what is really happening. Because by this time, the goons were very mean.
Huh?
Yeah. Mob.
So they were going to lynch you?
That was going to be a lynch. Yeah. That was going to be a lynch.
Thank God Chairman is here.
Yeah.
Because, we'll be talking a really completely different story.
You can imagine.
This man would be with broken bones. And...
I saw them strip. Do you know how to swim, Chairman?
I know how to swim.
Oh.
So in fact, I'm thinking the better thing would have been to allow them to throw me into the pool.
Option 3 would have been to throw you in the pool.
Yeah, because now, they themselves will not want to wet themselves.
Yes.
Yeah.
They probably can't swim.
They probably can't swim.
So, Chairman, you say you could have swum in the...
Actually, that would have been a good option. But anyway...
But niliona zile wale walikuwa nasema tumuingize kwa maji ulikanyaga chini.
I also didn't know I have such skills.
Were they saying tumuingize kwa maji?
Walikuwa nasema tumuingize kwa maji. We are talking live to the chairman
of the Nairobi Central Business District Association, Timothy Muriuki, who, despite his ordeal, is taking it quite well.
We want to see if Sonko will give him the chance to meet him, and if the whole association will be integrated into the county, and what collabo do they want, or what's different that they want to bring in? What conversation do they want to bring in? Is it a caste association, and with the coming in of the county, is it done and gone, and they're just fighting for relevance?
Absolutely.
Twende kazi.